Alrighty then, you lot. Do you know what the time is? It's time for service on the SGS engineering compressor. It's been sat under here now for, it must be about five years or so. It's not come out since and lives underneath there most of the time. Never done an oil change on it, but it's on a lot, so it's very due an oil change. Let's change the oil, see what it's like, and yeah, we'll go from there. I do know that some people have been having problems with these compressors when they're brand spanking new, come out the box. Luckily I didn't have a lot of those problems, but let's get the compressor out. It'll give me a good chance to clean around it as well, because the mice they very much like to go around the back there, and as much as I've got traps around there and poison, they do like to live around there. So let's get the compressor out, get the oil on it, get the oil out of it, and see what the oil is like after 5 years of use. Bloody blimey. Bloody blimey. Cannonball. Why have we got a cannonball here? What else we got? You better see what we've got behind there now as well. Right, while I'm here, as you can see, I've already undone it a little bit. Before I do anything, I want to run the actual pump itself to get it warm, so all the oil comes out. But it's full of air at the moment, so I need to empty the air out. Plus, I need to empty the water out, because water will obviously settle with the air in the receiver. That's called the receiver. So I need to let the water out, and I've already let a little bit out just to see what's going to come out, and it's very black. I haven't got anything thin enough to slide under there. I could lift the compressor up, I know that, I could lift the compressor up, but I'll just let it drain out on the floor, and we'll let the water come out along with the air. And you just got to unscrew it a little bit. It's just black water. It's very important to drain the air out of the receiver, at least probably once a week or something like that, because probably more often, because you've got to remember that compressors, the receivers more particularly, they wear from the inside out. So they'll rust from the inside, they'll just wear from the inside, and obviously you don't want too much rusting going on, so you do need to release the water. Anyway, now we can see from there, hopefully you can see, the oil is very, very black, but it is just about there. It's just, you know, there's loads of oil left in it. So I'm just going to start the compressor so that it warms up, and that way all the oil will come out when I drain it. Now I've got this on here so that I can hold it open just to keep it going if I need to let some air out. I want to get this nice and hot. That's what I want to do. Turn that off now. I can feel them cylinders are lovely and toasty now. They're nice and hot. This is warm to the touch, although you have got the fan blowing as well over it, but this is warm to the touch now. The oil has now gone down to about halfway, if you can't see that. So let's zoom in slightly and go and get out. I'm going to switch the plug off so it can't accidentally turn on, and then we'll crack the old nut and see what comes out. Right, you lot, put on the jug, there it is. King Dick is going to be our choice today. I don't know what it is. What is it? It's a it's not that one. The nut size appears to be half. If you can see that, for those of you wondering. Don't know what that is in millimetrics. This was the first one I picked out of the toolbox, and it fitted. So let's undo that a bit. I'll just about to fit this jug under here like that, and we should be able to drain it out, hopefully. I'll take the cap off the top in a minute. This is probably going to go everywhere anyway. Because I can't get my fingers in there at the same time. Right, here we go. You lot probably can't see what's coming out, but let's take the cap off. Oh, there we go. It's green. I don't know whether you lot can really kind of see. You can't really, can you? Jugs at it, but it's green what's coming out of there. So, oh, there we go. That's probably going everywhere now, is it? We'll have a look at it in the jug in a minute. Jug won't exactly clean anyway, but see what happens. Right, so that's what we got that come out of it. Don't know how much that is. This, well, don't know. I'm not really bothered about how much it is, to be honest with you. But that's what come out. Green oil. I can't remember what colour it was when I put it in there. It was about 5 years ago. That's pretty much all of it now. I tilted it upwards as much as I could, so all of the oil came out. Let it drain. It's been about sort of 15 minutes now. It's been draining. Stick some more oil in it, and that's pretty much that done. We'll see what kind of condition the little air filters are in, and then we'll have a little chat about some of the problems some people have been having. So this is the stuff. The stuff, it was bloody, it was yellow, like a normal oily colour when I put it in, obviously. This is the rest of the bottle that I had, proper. It's the stuff what come with it. I bought a couple of extra bottles when I bought the compressor 5 years ago. 1 litre compressor oil. This is the rest of the bottle that was left over. It's been opened, obviously. So this is what I'm going to put back in it. That should be more than enough to fill it up to the level line. Gave the little cap a bit of a clean because it had all green sludge in the bottom of it. Well, it looks green to me. It might not be green. Might be a shade of brown or black to some of you lot. Then again, the cameras are going to be different, etc, etc. Let's put this back in. I don't think it quite, this one don't actually, well it does fit, it's just a bit funny with it, that's all. Shouldn't leak down now. Now this has got, some of you may not know this little cap here, it's got a little glass, well I'm calling it glass, I don't know what it is really, little ball in there, it's like a little valve for some reason, doesn't quite fit very well in there, but that's what's in there. Just some of you might be wondering, it's just like a pressure thing because there'll be pressure in here, crankcase pressure in there, and it's designed just to sort of vent it out a little bit. I thought that was meant to be a dipstick, but it's not. That's why we've got the sight glass. So let's pour some oil in, give it a mix up because it's been sat there at the back of the shelf now for 5 years. You're not telling me when it reaches level, but will you, please? If I do it this way, I should better see. Oh, a bit too much. I went a bit too high there, I think. I don't know. It's just on the very top of the red dot. I'll show you lot in a minute so you can see a little bit closer. Hopefully you can see that. It's just above the little red dot there. That's about where you want it. You know, you could have it in the centre of the red dot would probably be ideal, but as long as it's not full right up, you'll be alright. As long as it's within the red dot, you'll be alright. Don't know whether that's officially from the instructions, but that's from my experience with these type of things. I like to put it somewhere, as long as it's in the red dot, preferably higher up on the red dot. If it's outside the red dot, it's either too much or too less, depending on how far outside it is. Now what do we need to get these off? Oh, you can just unscrew it in there, but that doesn't really help us. What we want to do, we need a screwdriver look, and then we can take off these air filter, the little lids for the air filters, so we can see what condition the foams are in. We've got one at either side, one for each piston. So as you can probably see by the surrounding, you know, there's a fair bit of dust what happens in here. Sanding stuff, because I use it's in here, because I use the compressor for the sander and all kinds of other stuff what happens. These foams, I've never taken these out. These aren't very good at all. Is that the only one in there? That's the only filter that's in there. That is not going to be very good for dusty conditions. I'll tell you what I should have done. I should have taken these out when I bought it and replaced it for some finer foam, because all this dust will go through that coarse foam. I might spray some oil on those just to try to limit, you know, the amount of dust actually going in. So I'm going to do that now. Some of you might be thinking, 5 years and you've not done any kind of servicing. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Not at all. No. It's not in daily use. It's in probably weekly use, probably 3 times a week. It's switched on and used. You know, it's just I'm a civilian, you know what I mean? I'm a hobbyist. But it has had a fair amount of hours put on it. Anyway, let's do this oil. Alright, bit of engine oil. I stuck a bit of engine oil. I didn't have any specific air filter oil. Well, I had RC air filter oil, but I need that for something else, for the RC cars. So, just put a little bit of engine oil on it, and that'll do the trick. I'll do the other one now, and that'll be that. We'll switch it on, and that'll be that. And then we'll have a little chat about the problems other people have had. Right, so I've run it up now. Let it get up to pressure. Probably take those off now. These have been on there for 5 years. So this is the regulated side. This side is not regulated. So we can change what sort of pressure we want there. 2 bar. We can change it all the way up to the 4. Well, it's supposed to be holding there. It stopped originally at 8 bar. But then it's lost some of its pressure, but it's now holding just below, which is, I suppose that's alright. There doesn't seem to be any actual leaks on the compressor itself. Can't hear anything, nothing sounded untoward. That's reasonable. Could go in there and turn the pressure up a little bit, but we don't want it going anywhere past the red. The pressure's actually going down now slightly, so that's good enough for what I need it for. Now, some of the problems. I mean, what made me think I better do a service on this compressor? I was sitting there this morning and I come across this bloke's video that he posted 5 years ago, and I thought, that's when I got mine. And he said he got this brand new compressor. He just unboxed it, and the little bung in there was loose. And also, these cylinder bolts here, they were loose, and all the oil was coming out of here. And when he went to tighten up the bung on the back there, the threads were completely stripped. This is brand spanking new compressor. Luckily I didn't have that issue, and I didn't have that issue either. But, you know, you've got to bear in mind that these are completely, totally made in China. I asked SGS directly, and they told me these are made in China. And I suppose for the price, you know, what do you expect? You've got to expect something. You're not paying £800–900 for a British-made compressor. You're paying they're probably more money now, but when this was new, it was £200. for a compressor, 100-litre compressor. So you can't expect perfection, that's for sure, but you do expect it to actually work. You don't expect knackered threads. Luckily I didn't have any of that. The only thing about it is, for a 100-litre compressor, and they sell it with various, not this one, they sell it with various attachments, like the ratchet gun there. This can't keep up with it, and it can't undo wheel nuts, but I suppose if you get some wider hose you might be okay. But there we go, you lot. That's what we've accomplished. The oil is going green again. It's probably because a lot of the old oil was probably still in there. If I did want it to become clear, I'd probably have to do quite a few. Why that other oil went green, I don't know. How much oil have I got left? So, the compressor oil there, I have left, well, there's probably enough for another oil change in there, I would imagine. When I got the compressor there, I don't think it came with any oil. So I remember I bought the compressor oil and the airline oil in one, because I've also got an oiler up there, because I've got some air tools that need to be oiled. So there we go. Nice bit of I'll go tip that in the bush later. Thanks for watching, you lot. If you like that type of thing, engines as well, I do a lot of engine maintenance, a lot of repairing of engines, full size as well as little tiny ones, strimmers, chainsaws, etc. Cars, motorbikes, lawnmowers, other things, vacuum cleaners, caravans, anything like that, I tend to get a hold of and mend and go from there. If you like that kind of stuff, stick around. Maybe I'll see you on another one. Take care, you lot. Treat everybody how you want to be treated. Enjoy life and just chill out. Ciao for now, everyone. Take care.